On behalf of Board Chair Jennifer Staines and the entire Navy Pier team, thank you for joining us. And welcome to Navy Pier on this spectacular day. We are so honored. Right on cue. We're so honored to host this weekend's Chicago Navy Week festivities right here at Navy Pier. Here we go. We'll keep going.
Sound of freedom.
That's right. I'd like to acknowledge and give a very special welcome to my friend Dory McWhorter, President and CEO of the YMCA of Metro Chicago, another key community partner in Chicago Navy Week. Thank you, Dory. Also, Director of the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs, Terry Prince, and Vice Admiral Doug G. Perry, and the Governor of our great state of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker. Unreal. As many of you here know, the U.S. Navy and Navy Pier share a rich history. In 1927, the then named Municipal Pier Number 2 was renamed Navy Pier to honor those who served in World War I. Then in 1941, this pier was transformed into the world's largest naval training facility. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
By 1946, more than 60 million sailors and Marines had been trained to be metalsmiths, mechanics, aviation mechanics, and diesel operators. Pretty incredible to think about that they were all trained right here at Navy Pier. We understand the significance of this rich history, and we do not take lightly the responsibility nor the privilege to share our name. And we are truly grateful to the U.S. Navy for their incredible partnership, but more importantly, for your service. So thank you. Now it's my distinct honor to introduce and welcome Director of the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs, Terry Prince. Thank you.
The good news is most of my speech was just mentioned, so it'll be much shorter. Thanks, Ms. Gardner, for welcoming us to Chicago's Navy Pier. It's such a privilege to be here today in this hallowed place where so many freedoms that we enjoy as a nation were cemented on this pier in the wars that were mentioned earlier. As a 31-year veteran of the U.S. Navy myself, being in this place side by side with my fellow sailors and shipmates reminds me of the fellowship and the shared mission of the U.S. Navy sailors who are joining us today from all over the country. And they're standing watch as we speak all around the world. You can see the honor, courage, and commitment in their faces and the devotion to their country. We were happy that the Navy Week team chose the Illinois Veterans Home at Chicago to recognize our Vietnam veterans. Nearly 50 veterans were recognized with a hat and a pin and spent quality time with U.S. Navy sailors from the USS Illinois and the USS Rickover. Many of them, I would say keep it down, but you can't. Many of those sailors are here with us today, and I don't think they even know, I hope that they know that the impact that they had on the men that are living at our Illinois Veterans Home at Chicago, getting quality nursing home care at a time when they need it the most, is a legacy that will last in their hearts and minds for the rest of their days, and I hope that it rests in yours as well. Each year, over 40,000 sailors come through Illinois, through Great Lakes, Illinois, starting their military journey in boot camp, while countless others are stationed here to support that effort. This all happens at the quarterdeck of the Navy, just 38 miles from where you're sitting right now. In fact, nearly every sailor in America's Navy today has passed through Great Lakes, Illinois, including me and my wife, Jennifer, also a Navy veteran, who met and married at Great Lakes in 1992. I'll let you do the math. So 34 years later, I was given the opportunity by the gentleman that I get to introduce in just a moment to come back to Illinois and make a difference for Illinois veterans. So when I was in boot camp, if you did that, that was called skylarking, and you had to do push-ups. If the Navy core values are honor, courage, and commitment, I can tell you that this gentleman and his administration exemplify these core values as champions for Illinois service members, veterans, families, caregivers, and our precious Gold Star families. Whether it's signing a dozen bills related to dozen veteran-related bills into law, including most recently legislation that protected veterans from nefarious claim shark operators who are out to take veterans' money and well-earned benefits, or leading the charge to build 2 new veterans' homes in our state at Chicago and at Quincy, Illinois. Governor Pritzker, your direct attention and dedication to just these 2 projects alone has brought in nearly $500 million of construction money for Illinois veterans, and we're deeply grateful for that. Thanks to your leadership and support, we live in a state that truly serves those who serve, and better yet, a haven where veterans and their families can truly thrive in Illinois. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce you to the 43rd Governor of the state of Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, we can do better than that. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Love it. Thank you so much to Director Prince. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your very kind introduction. I want to take a moment just to say a special thank you to him for his many years of dedicated service, 31, as you have heard, as a Navy veteran and now as the Department of Veterans Affairs Director. He's just done a tremendous job. He has a strong family history of military service. You heard him talk about his wife. He didn't mention 2 of his brothers and his grandfather. Director Prince exemplifies what it means to serve our country with devotion and selflessness. Thank you. Thank you for everything. And I am honored to be in the presence of Vice Admiral Douglas Perry and his family. I want to thank you, Admiral. Thank you for your service. We are so proud to have you with us here today. And I want to recognize the outstanding President and CEO of Navy Pier, Marilyn Gardner. For those of you who come to Navy Pier on a regular basis, you've seen upgrade after upgrade after upgrade, and it's because of her tireless work, making sure that the legislature and the governor are listening to the needs of the people of the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, and people who are visiting our great state. So thank you, Marilyn. What a pleasure it is to join you here today for Navy Week. You bet. I come from a Navy family where my father and grandfather and my brother-in-law were all naval officers, and I've seen firsthand the pride and the dedication of service in the Navy. You are the best of the best. and your service is truly an example to all of us and to our children. Thank you for doing that for all parents and all people. It's a perfect day here at Navy Pier, a perfect day. And in part it's because of what Marilyn said a little bit earlier. We have a long and rich history that extends all the way back here to the early 1900s here at Navy Pier. And I just want to say that the progress over the years, the military progress, the developments in the Navy, all of what we have to be proud of, protecting our freedoms, all originates back many years ago, in part right here in the city of Chicago. Now, Navy Pier remains a treasured monument to the brave members of our Navy, both past and present. And as you look out and see families and children enjoying all that this pier has to offer, I'm reminded that the reason that we are able to enjoy these moments is because of the willingness of the men and women of our armed forces to risk their lives and dedicate themselves to protecting us every day, every day. As governor, it has been my great honor to uphold our sacred obligation to our service members and to our veterans. You've made sacrifices that I will not let our people forget. Our naval forces are the very best in the entire world, and our naval service members are the very best among us. I am so deeply proud that so many of you call Illinois your home. Now, I know we have a proclamation that's being delivered. So, Admiral Perry, with pride and thanks from a grateful state of Illinois and the patriotic residents of this great state, I want to present to you this official proclamation recognizing August 5th to 11th, 2024, Chicago Navy Week.
All right. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what, let's open it up and we'll get a picture. There we go. Terrific. All right. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to bring to the podium a brave naval officer, our great Vice Admiral Douglas Perry.
Before you depart, Governor, and what I'd like to do for my staff at the United States Second Fleet, for my boss, Commander Admiral Darrell Caudle, United States Fleet Forces Commander and the Chief of Naval Operations, a plaque, not as fancy as a proclamation, but we are very proud to be here.
Thank you very much, Admiral. Really appreciate you.
Thanks, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and good afternoon. Good afternoon. We have a great Navy around the globe. I served as commanding officer of the USS Pasadena in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, and we had a tradition out there. And at the beginning of any speech, we would give a big aloha. All right, one more time. Aloha. All right. Well, thank you, Miss Marilyn Gardner, Mr. Arnie Rivera out there, and Terry Prince. Thank you very, very much. Navy Pier, a beloved landmark in this great city. It really holds a special connection to the Navy, as described here. It serves as a testament to the rich naval history that has shaped our nation. It also serves as a great reminder that the entire nation, we are far from our coasts. The entire nation is needed to find the young men and women to serve in this great nation and to find the industrial capacity to build our ships and make us capable for war, when we need to go to war, and to deter it. Navy's Pier origins described here trace back to as a training center in World War I It was a massive hub of activity. Today is a symbol of our Navy's enduring legacy and a commitment to our nation's security. Some of you may be familiar with the fact that where I come from, Norfolk, Virginia, it is home to the largest naval base on planet Earth today, and the headquarters of my United States Second Fleet and my Joint Force Command Norfolk headquarters, a NATO headquarters, the one operational headquarters for the NATO alliance here in North America. Many of the sailors who just graduated yesterday from Great Lakes Naval Training Center, and I will mention 1,055 young Americans, men and women. They now claim Chicago as part of their naval heritage. So rest assured, they will come back with pride to this city. But first, we're going to go train them to be the expert technicians, mechanics, to make those F-18 Super Hornet aircraft that are flying above you as the Blue Angels, ready to show you what we can do and be ready to fight. Yeah. The operational sailors in Norfolk and all along the East Coast, they all work for me. They work for me, and I have the honor of leading mission-ready forces to deter in peacetime and defeat potential adversaries if we go to war, to defend this great nation by defending our maritime avenues of approach between North America and Europe. Now, as leaders here in the Chicago community, you're just up the road or down the road from Navy's Great Lake Training Center, the Recruit Training Command, where we continue to train. We've trained over 3 million sailors in just the last several decades. They are our future leaders of this great Navy, and they answer the call of duty and support our allies and partners for our democratic freedoms today. Now, the young men and women who graduate from RTC, they're some of the most courageous and dedicated people in our nation. And today, thousands of them are deployed all around the world, across 110 ships deployed today as I speak, and 200 other ones being maintained and ready to deploy. As the Navy, we play a vital role in communities across the country, including here in Chicago. As a major port city here in the Midwest, you have long recognized the importance of a strong Navy presence. The Navy's presence not only ensures the safety and security of our shores, but contributes to the economic growth and prosperity of all of our communities across the nation and around the globe. It's a real honor to be with you here today, standing on rich years of history that no doubt brings us together, not just today, but into the future. Navy Pier's iconic location and vibrant atmosphere, especially with the Blue Angels here today, it just showcases the rich Navy heritage and engaging with the public. The collaboration and support that I've received just in the last couple days with business executives, with the YMCA, with the Chamber of Commerce, it's been phenomenal. I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the state of Illinois and Governor Pritzker for your unwavering support, for being exceptional hosts this week, but exceptional hosts to our Great Lakes Naval Training Center and our Navy sailors. Thank you very much. So finally, I think I probably have some recently graduated recruits out there. If you see any Navy sailors and veterans, please raise your hand there. That guy's gonna be on a ship sometime soon defending your freedoms. Please, when you're at O'Hare or Midway Airport or you're on the train, please say thank you to these young sailors, not just for raising their hand to serve, for what they do every day. Thank you very much. All right, and one more time. Aloha! All right, take it away, Navy Band.